Good evening, thank you for coming. You're going to have a wonderful time tonight. My name is Bob Shefferin. I'm the Executive Director for Cypress Creek Foundation of the Arts and Community Enrichment, a long word. It's called FACE. How many of you have heard of FACE? All right, so not as many as I hope, but that's okay. So what we do at FACE is we present concerts, but again, you may have heard from the Centrum down in Cypresswood Drive. We have Saturday night concerts. We have a big season coming up, our 30th anniversary. So we've been in business for 30 years. But I've only been here 5 years, literally to the day. And I've had a long career in entertainment, but one of the things that drew me to FACE is the community involvement. Because I know how important the love of music and the passion it brings is so important, and to ingrain it in such a young age is really, really important. It helps you develop on so many different levels. One real quick thing about FACE, and then I'm going to pass the baton. So again, Saturday night shows we have Texas Tenors coming, we have a Motown tribute for the holidays, Loving Spoonful, which is America's version of the Beatles. We have great bands, Asleep at the Wheel. Those are big concerts. But once a month, we also do, and this would be something great if you can come with your families. Once a month, we do an afternoon show on a Tuesday. That's classical music in the Centrum Theater. It's a church, Cypress Creek Christian Community Church, and it's just built for the acoustics, beautiful. I hope someday the children on the stage will be playing there as well. We do the strings camps, we do college scholarships, because we want to nurture this all the way from the free concerts we give to youngsters. We do about 4 of them a year, all the way on up through 6th through 9th grade. We give college scholarships. And that's why I joined this organization, because it is so important. From your early youth all the way through seniors, you all know how important music is. So I hope you are all proud. I'm proud for all of you being here. Families, you did a great thing. And this was a great week. And the teachers are amazing. Rowena, our camp director, I'll introduce in a second, is second to none. And I think your children had a great time. And I know you're going to enjoy their concert. They're so good, they bring tears to them. So anyway, without further ado, thank you so much. Enjoy the night. Rowena Torres McKee, our camp director, takes over from here. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, family. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your summer, out of your schedule to enjoy some music. I cannot tell you how blown away I am with this camp. A lot of them looked like they were on the verge of tears when they first came here, and they weren't even playing anything yet. And for them to be sitting on here, excited, engaged, just proud of all of the things that they've been doing in the last 4 days. You have to understand, they've learned 5 songs, full songs, not just like 2-liners that you heard like in the gym, a couple months ago. And we just have a background, like our background track is the piano. All of this, you are going to be blown away. So I want you to kind of think back when they first started their instruments back in December, January, to what you're about to hear. I think that you'll be picking up your jaw from the floor. So I am not exaggerating. I was telling these kids that I have been so proud of just how ready they have been. They've been so respectful, and that is a reflection on you guys. It is a joy to just come here and actually teach and not have to be like, okay? That is awesome. So I want to thank you guys for what you do to pour into your students so that way we get to do what we do. So we are going to start off our program with a song called Bridge to McDonald. I think you'll be able to hear 2 very, very familiar tunes in here. And then I will also start to kind of introduce all the sectional coaches and kind of give you an update of what we were able to do each day throughout the concert. So thank you guys so much. You're more than welcome to record this concert, take photos. Please make sure that your flash is off, but I hope you guys enjoy. So without further ado, we're going to start with Bridge to McDonald. So we're going to feature every section. They have all prepared a solo piece to play together. And as they're kind of getting settled on that and changing out their music, I want to kind of give you a little bit of a background of what this camp was. This was created probably about 12 or 13 years ago, and with FACE and with Klein ISD. And the purpose of this camp was to continue on with the skills that these students got to do in 5th grade strings. So this was a 5th grade strings specific camp. FACE was like, you know what, like, there's camps for everything else. Like, is there something for beginners to kind of build on that? 5th grade strings is very specific to Klein ISD, and so that has been, how many years, 36, 37, something like that. And it has been just incorporated into the Klein DNA, and because of that, these kids kind of get a little bit of a head start, versus the surrounding districts, and that is why if you ever get to go to a high school performance, you will be blown away. You will think you were at a professional performance. In fact, one of our high schools, Klein High School, was named and ranked #1 in the state for the honor orchestra. So that is the kind of community that you are putting your kids in. So I think that's incredible. We had our wonderful sectional coach, Mr. Cameron Tesoro. You can give him a round of applause. He was leading the violins this week, and actually, fun fact, every sectional coach that you see, we are all Klein ISD alum. We all started in 5th grade strings. We did not have this I know that I only look 15, but we did not have this camp, and so for Klein ISD alum to come back and pour back into what started it all for us is just something super special that I absolutely love. So without further ado, violins will be performing Lightly Row. Acknowledge, and those are our teaching assistants. They also, most of them started in 5th grade strings as well, and they are taking their time out of their summer to come and mentor the next generation of students. So TAs, if you're a TA, can you just stand to be recognized, and can you please give them a round of applause? Thank you, TAs. All right, next up on our program, I hope that this is a really awesome piece, Beethoven. So I told the kids, like, whoa, we're going from Rich McDonald to playing some Beethoven, so we're now officially classical musicians. But this is the theme from Symphony. I hope you enjoy. is, as you can see, we actually broke up into more harmonies. We learned some different bowing skills. That one actually had a couple more rhythmic skills as well. And I cannot tell you, like, these kids took on this challenge. Like, some of them were like, ah! But like, they are just pros at this point. You know, I had a conversation with them and I said, you know, I want you to think of everything that has to take time. You know, with instant gratification, everything, if you need a question, you just ask ChatGPT. If you want a meal, you DoorDash it, right? There is very little skill to actually teach patience at this point. And what you see in front of you, music, that is the best thing. And so I had to tell them, I was like, you're not gonna get it sometimes, and first we're gonna sound bad, but that's what you're supposed to sound like before you start good. So, you know, I want you to encourage that at home. I know that they're gonna get so conscious, you know, if you have some siblings, maybe some older siblings that have that, maybe you guys play. And they're gonna wanna hide in the room like, I need to practice for my orchestra concert, but I'm gonna sound bad. Encourage them that that's okay, that's the point, right? And so I think having that mindset and giving themselves a little bit more grace gave them a little bit more confidence to continue to learn those types of skills. So I was really appreciative of that. The next section that we're going to be featuring are the violas, led by Miss Carly Galloway. Please give her a round of applause. And I'm so sorry, I forgot to introduce, for Mr. Cameron Tesoro, he was the former director of orchestras at Klein High School, and starting in this new school year, he's going to be the director of orchestras at Klein High School, kind of circling back where he actually was starting his career. So I'm very, very grateful. And then Miss Galloway is the director of orchestras at Wonderlic Intermediate, formerly at Ulrich. And actually, Miss Galloway was a student at Wonderlic, which is such a cool full circle moment. So without further ado, the violas will be playing Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Recognize this tune, so we got to do a little bit of a kind of bluesy, jazzy style, like I guess I could generally call it. So I hope you enjoy Louie Louie. Ulrich Intermediate. She's also going to be the director for the next level, so hopefully next summer in July you'll be able to come back as your student is entering 7th grade, and then kind of build on their skills that they learned from the school year to do something a little bit more advanced. And so she's going to be leading that, and we're excited to hear her concert in about a month or so. So the cellos will be playing Song of the Wind. Enjoy. Student going through orchestra. Klein has provided school instruments at the middle school and high school levels. So gone are the days that you have to lug, especially for our bass players, that you have to put it in your little tiny, Corolla and bring it to school. So just understand that these instruments, they still need to stay at home for home practice, but we have tried to make it so easy for you guys to be able to not have to worry about all of that stuff, especially for students going to be riding the bus, because there's some extra rules there. So again, for cellos and basses, and then also we do have inclined to see harp players as well, which is a cool thing. So if you're interested in that, definitely contact your director at the middle school level. But they will have an assigned school instrument. You do pay, I think, a one-time fee of like $50 or something like that for the whole year for insurance on it. I just wanted to let you guys know, and I know the bass parents are like, oh, thank goodness. So if you wanted to get your sports car next year, it's fine. But all right, basses, you guys ready? They're going to be playing Shortbread Bread. Associate Director at Klein High School's Orchestra. All right, we are on our last piece. Aren't they doing so good? Can we give them a round of applause? Students, it is our turn to thank your families for supporting you guys, because let me tell you something. If you survive beginner E-string violins, okay, when we started to add the bow and you're like, I don't know if this is the path for you, but you stuck through it, we need to thank you for that. Thank you for bringing them if you had before school and they had to get to the school at like 7 in the morning and trying to coordinate all of that, making sure that they had everything that they need, the rentals, all of the things. We want to thank you guys for all of your support financially and emotionally, all the things. So students, can you please give your families a round of applause for all that they do to support you guys? We also do want to thank Face. They have been so authentically supportive of this camp, and so they have been just absolutely amazing, and their heart for putting the music into the community. I mean, I can tell you that is the most authentic thing. It's making music reachable for, so instead of having to drive all the way down to like Jones Hall, and buying all these tickets. So they do such a phenomenal job of doing that. So I want to thank Face for that. So yes, please round of applause. And then I do want to do a special shout out to our wonderful accompanist, Jocelyn. Please give her a round of applause. She not only is serving as our accompanist, but she also made these copies, the books, all the organizations, you've been getting emails, everything. And she is, rightfully so, going to be a teacher, which we're really excited. So she is at KC, and she has been so awesome, and so we're so grateful for all of her work, as well as the team at Face that did all of this work for us to just be able to learn. I think that is everything, and I'm sorry, but I will say, I did tell them I would plug in. Maybe after this, you will get some ice cream for a good job, but that's up to you. I promised them that I would put that plug in. All right, our last song is one of our favorites. This is called Coronation Scene. Thank you guys so very much, for spending the evening with us. I hope you enjoy. To do all these things without even telling you anything, while meanwhile your mom's like, clean your room 15 times. They can do it, they just don't want to. All right, for safety, I'm gonna go ahead and release the students on stage first to go back to the band hall. If you guys can just wait either in this hallway or like right outside the doors, and we'll start sending the students to you. to, that way we don't crowd the whole band hall and everybody can kind of get out a little bit safer. So thank you guys. I hope you have a wonderful night and the rest of your summer. Safe travels if you are traveling. Thank you guys.